Okay, it's been a minute since I did one of these, so I'm not even sure. I want to just talk about the director, S. Craig Zowler. He did films, The Bone Tomahawk. He did Dragged Across the Concrete, and he did uh, a very interesting film called Brawl uh, in Cell Block 99. Now, these are three films that he did. I feel like the intensity and brutality gives a sense of realism that we can't deny. Um, and I feel like each of them has their own presence of that. I think the acting is phenomenal. I think that Vince Vaughn did an amazing job in these films. Um, each of the actors, as small as the role may be, um, really portrayed the essence we want to see in someone acting. I know that's I try not to give away spoilers here, but essentially, we have very different outlooks. Um, three very different time frames, three very different settings. But the gentleman has put his mark on these films, um, and stayed true to his style. And I just really appreciate all three films. Um, you know, I did not watch these films, in the order of release. I saw Bone Tomahawk, and then which I loved, and I thought had its own mystery to it. And what most people took away from it was the amount of gore, but really, I think that whole oh, what is it that is out there, um, made us question, you know, what we're scared of the most, you know, and and that's nothing compared to the film I just watched. So the second film I saw was Dragged Across Concrete. I heard about it, it got released. It took me a while to watch it. I watched it. I rewatched it the other day, kind of on a whim, and I really liked the film. I think personally, it has all the elements of his other film, but I think the dialogue in that one is pretty phenomenal. And I think it's when he came into true form in closing on that dialogue. Um, so big kudos on that. And come to find out, before he released that, he released this Brawl in Cell 99, and if I had to pick out of the three, um, it would probably be that one, and it's intense. I mean, it's real intense. It's not a movie I would suggest the average viewer to watch. I would probably actually suggest that unless they really want to look at every element of a film, um, to probably just stay away from it until they're ready for it, because the film touches on a lot of things and the dialogue is still there, and Vince Vaughn totally nails it in this disconnected character role where um, you know essentially the man has inside of him the power the whole time to do whatever is necessary, but doesn't do it until it's absolutely necessary. And you don't necessarily see that coming, and I love how you know, that's how real psychopaths operate. And um I think that's what, really says a lot about the film. People don't want to, accept some of the scenarios that are represented in this film. However, um, I think it was totally necessary to get his point of the brutality that goes on in everyday society that we're so unaware of because we don't want to know about it. So, you know, um, I I really hats off. I can't wait to see what's coming next. Apparently, he wrote a book that he's making a movie about, and there's an orphan basis to it. You know, I guess what I'm saying is definitely the middle film is my favorite, um, but it is not for the lighthearted and weak stomach people out there. And I know this is probably one of my longer reviews, but this is about 3 movies. Um, so if I'm rating them across the board, I'd probably have to say, you know, um, 8 on Bone Tomahawk, 8 on Dragged Across the Concrete, and 9 on the Cell Block 99 film because Brawl and Cell Block 99 because it was kind of a surprise to me to even know that there was another film out there, and then to get to watch it. It's something I'll definitely watch again. Um, and I just, I guess, want to take 1 second just to say thank you sincerely um, from someone who appreciates film. Thank you sincerely for making these films, and please continue to do so. This is J1, just my simplistic reviews of film.